Look, we've just seen this with AI. We knew it was coming. We all knew it was coming. And then it came in a way that shocked us to our core. I mean, everybody is like, okay, everything has changed. Society's changed. We don't even know what it means for education. We don't even know what it means to be a human in certain aspects anymore. The industries we thought wouldn't be disrupted, the creative industries, were disrupted first. Right. So the scale of what is happening in AI and how fast that came, that was the fastest adoption of any product ever. 20 days, 0 to 11 million people. And if you listen to the CEO of Microsoft, he's saying the same thing. It's like blockchain will have that moment when something happens.
That's
India's already
where,
testing blockchain CBDCs.
yeah.
And I spoke to the chief fintech officer of the Monetary Authority of Singapore, and he's like, oh my God, you should see India's software application for the CBDC. It's basically like cash. So I can just flick you a 50 rupee note and it goes to you. It's also private. And the way of using cash in a way that is really simple for people, that is recorded on the blockchain so they understand their money supply and all of the elements of economics that they can do it and running an economy. That's just one of these things. So, you know, if you're an investment bank, every part of your borrowing and lending is toast. It's all gone because it'll happen on a blockchain ledger, and you will be as an investment bank, you will be a wholesaler to that system. Much like the option traders tend to be wholesalers into the, you know, listed option market, stuff like that. So I don't know if it's tomorrow or whether it's in 3 years. But if you wait too late, you will not be ready. Somebody else will eat your lunch.
So this is Raoul Paul. He is the CEO and co-founder of Real Vision. In that clip right there, you heard him talking about how fast artificial intelligence, really it came out of nowhere. Over the past 3 years, they've been working on that chat GPT, and it kind of just went mainstream. A whole bunch of users within a week. He thinks the same thing is going to happen in the Web3 space. And he tells us why here in this next clip. So you guys want to make sure to watch this one till the end and leave your thoughts in the comment section below.
So if you're an investment bank, it's really straightforward. You are the gatekeeper to your clients, and everybody has to come through you. And occasionally you might hold dinner and get some clients together or an event, but that's it. So you don't have a network effect that others leverage. They have to go to you for that. Web3 enables distributed networks of people and people to be able to share in the success of that network. So imagine if Morgan Stanley had tokenized, and I've been speaking to an investment bank who's looking at doing this, a smaller investment bank, boutique investment bank, who've tokenized their clients. And I'm looking at doing it with the exponential age asset management to create a token around our clients. So now your clients and you share in the success, because the value of a network is driven by the number of connections between the people on the network and the number of people on the network. So if Morgan Stanley were to have a Morgan Stanley token, and that token is your access to the Morgan Stanley world, but not just via the salespeople or the websites, but actually to the other customers themselves. Now, what could you do? What value could you create without the need of the investment bank in the middle? But the investment bank still gets fees because the network value goes up, or maybe they take, every time there's a transaction, a small part. But imagine how disruptive that is to having salespeople or M&A bankers or any of that stuff, when a client at one end can speak directly to the other. They're on the Morgan Stanley platform. They're authenticated. They are who they are. And so now they can network with each other in a way that you can only do at these big giant events, which investment banks love to be controlling over. You know, who's talking to. What you allow is that freedom of information, exchange of ideas, and the leveraging of a network. That makes it very valuable to join that network. So Morgan Stanley creates a tangible asset out of an intangible. The intangible is they got a bunch of really good clients that can do business. The tangible, and a salesperson knows if I get these clients together, they'll probably do more business than if I keep them apart. But investment banks don't think that way. They want to keep everybody separate, don't speak to each other. Same with asset management firms. But actually, if you put people together and say, you're now a participant in this network, then all that economic activity on the network drives the value of the network higher. So everybody benefits, the bank and the customers, and everyone has a value for being part of that network. So it's much the same as, as clubs. You buy a membership to a club only for the fact that you want to meet the other people in the club and use the facilities. Now, club memberships don't go up in value, generally speaking, apart from gated golf clubs and stuff like that, where there's a limited supply. They don't go up in value because none of the benefits accrue to the club itself. They just get the people coming in, buying drinks and paying for subscriptions. But if the club were to participate in the economic benefits that getting all those people together creates, then it's worth a lot more money. It's a really simple concept behind Web3, which is an alignment of interest and a removal of middlemen at the center of everything. Doesn't mean they don't play a role. They can be the facilitators, the organizers, the creators of ideas, the synthesizers. But if you allow the network to operate itself, it's like in the old days, you used to have to phone, before my time, you used to call the operator and say, hey, put me through to SoMe. And then we got phone numbers. And suddenly what happens? Business explodes because you can call everybody directly. And then it became even easier with the rise of mobile phones and all the information at your fingertips. These are just networks, typical Metcalfe's law network effects. And the value that accrues goes exponential because there's all of the people working for the network to make it valuable. So another classic example is Facebook. So Facebook is a classic Web 2 story, which is they provide you the utility of being able to connect with people, sell stuff, do whatever you want on their network. They own the network, the shareholders own the network, and then they monetize you as you use the network, ads, other fees. Now, Facebook was a very powerful business and still remains so to this day. But imagine if the shareholders got rich and everybody else got taken advantage of, really. But they got the utility. That was the trade-off. Imagine if Facebook had given every single user shares in Facebook. Imagine what that would have done to that company. It would have been easily the world's largest company.
So if you like today's clip or found any value, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe. If you are new to the channel, we do have new cryptocurrency videos coming out every single day. And for more exclusive content on the crypto and financial markets, make sure to check out our Patreon. That will be in the description below. And my name is Aaron from the Bitcoin Bros. I'm out. I'll see you guys in the next one, and have a great rest of your day.